I like that you've got like a little 5-second theme song for your character. Each of you guys get 6 cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because there's only 2 of you. When Russ comes, reduced down to 4.
No reds.
No reds.
By the way, Jason, I have to confess, and TJ, I've got to confess, I did a really mean, dirty trick yesterday. I knew that if there was only a few people, they may actually get some shit done. So I just got as many people in as I could. So it was mean of me. It was small and petty, but by God, I'm keeping the campaign hard.
I knew for a fact that me joining, I was going to add what you were missing during that game session. And almost the entire time, me and you were both fucking laughing hysterically.
Oh, yeah. So, there you go. Let's see. We'll start you out in the embassy. You guys are just kind of there. And in case you need to grab anything or whatever.
What time of day is it?
Morning.
Oh, fantastic. I look over at Wrestling Red. I'm going to bed. And I go to fucking bed.
he lays
I
down.
pick a piece of glass out of me and throw it on the floor and go, I'm going to go to bed for a little bit.
Cut 2. Go ahead and give me a willpower roll there, TJ. Wrestling Red just sits there.
I was going to say, I tuck him in.
Read me a story, Wrestling. Read me a story, Wrestling. I'm going to play my dissemination right away. That's going to... Let's see.
I'm going to bed, bitch. What?
Play dissemination.
I got some things I can do.
I give you 2 cards. Oh, that's fucking great. That's a fun card for you to have. Already pending a trade. Okay. So accept.
Did you say deeper penetration?
Yes.
I don't remember that card.
I'm just cramming cards into Jason and then refilling my hand.
Ooh.
I got fast talk plus 20. That'll be fun for you, Wrestling.
Wrestling Rad fast talk? No. No.
All right, now let's see. Where's the red? There's the red. All right, discard all of your cards immediately. All right, good job. Boop, boop, boop. Got that out of the way. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. All right, now let's see. Character sheets. Timmer. Yeah.
You're wanting to match the willpower times 5.
Yep. I gotta get my character sheet open first.
Yeah. No, just match it without it being open.
Yeah. Fucking get right on that as soon as I figure out how to do it. Just make sure you throw the cards all over the place in case Freddie at some point jumps in later tonight.
He won't, but it's nice of you to think of him.
I go while he's sleeping and all that. I'm going to be getting some things out of storage,
Times 5.
out of the safe.
1 point.
It's shit. That's
I
all I heal.
might draw a picture of him while he's sleeping.
Do I get a my magic points back on that though?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You wake up and see a picture of, or give me a painting roll or drawing roll there. See what kind of picture you drew of him sleeping, because it's adorable.
Something is going on with that card. That Nada card on the desktop might be glitched. It shows up in front of everything.
Try clicking it and hitting the delete button. If that doesn't work, try right-clicking it. If that doesn't work.
Did that
A
help?
lot of cards give me the option to take a card.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's just glitched on my screen somehow.
Because I've cleaned it up and gotten it away on mine.
Yeah, I see him moving the cards.
Yep, it's gone now.
If worse comes to worse, reload your roll 20, Jay.
Yeah, I have had to do that a couple times now.
Yeah, and if it still doesn't work, then I have a stick to hit the tree with. And if that doesn't work, then you have to live with the Nada card forever.
Do I have? Well, if I log out of Roll20 and log back in, do I lose the cards I have currently?
No,
I would just hit the refresh button.
You don't.
But you won't. You shouldn't lose your cards.
Weirdly enough, you do not.
Yeah, Roll20 is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that took care of it. The refresh.
Thanks.
Let's see. How are you on hero points, T?
I'm good. I'm good.
For now.
I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I'm not starving yet. The action hasn't happened.
Yeah, by the end of the adventure, we'll be down to 3 and just sitting there all bloody holding his fucking axe and rocking back and forth. Going,
That is something you realize, Wrestling. Every time you've ever seen my guy, he's had fucked up scars. Fucking. Sometimes he's literally been just sitting bleeding. Pieces of glass,
really?
fucking rebar, and animal claw.
Oh yeah, I think I pulled a piece of metal out of your chest once.
Yeah. Yep.
it's really hard to play a beginning character as a frontline fighter. So, I mean,
Hey, I've got some chainmail for you. You need some chainmail?
That probably wouldn't hurt.
Fucking chainmail.
I actually pull out my backpack. I've got a chain vest in there.
Ooh, does that shit actually fit me?
Probably. I'm not. If we were playing a computer game, then everything would be a lot pickier and shit would wear down and all that.
I will write down in my equipment now, chain shirt.
Now, just so you're aware, it's your responsibility to let me know before I roll damage on you that you're wearing armor. Because if you're not, obviously miss the armor and hit you in the balls. Because it always hits you in the balls.
Okay. I will remind you.
Yeah, I would, because it makes the die size shrink down. If you get magical armor, then it doesn't just shrink down 1 die size, it shrinks down 2 die sizes.
Nice.
Now, one of the things I'm grabbing are my papers for Beastskin that Joshua McKay signed off on.
Great. Just so you're aware, all this shit's going through the elf guy. He goes and gets you everything. So you get it to him in one. Yeah, you get it to him in one thing because he's quite busy dealing with literally hundreds of people and all their individual problems and stuff. So it's not like, oh, I just thought of something else I need from downstairs. That's what Freddie did, and Freddie is on the fucking hit list for the embassy. But if it's once an adventure, he doesn't mind getting or putting something in there. When you go beyond this, at this point, he gets pissed.
I give him words of encouragement after he gives me my things.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't have to keep going back down, because Freddie would be like, because it's like a half an hour thing for him to go get shit because of all the stuff he has to go through and around traps and past guards and all that shit. But Freddie kept, like, every time he'd bring him something, he'd be like, oh yeah, I need this.
You're a pillar of the embassy, Elwyn. Attempt to bolster his spirits. Yeah. Critical.
I was proud to be part of something like this. He says, yes, but someday I want to leave this world and live in a different one.
Tell me more.
Well, I mean, this world's okay, but no matter how much we're doing with going out and trying to teach the people that they shouldn't hate elves as much. I mean, it was only 2 or 2.5 years ago when they had a big elvish attack on this town. So the others seem to fresh. Yeah, the others seem to believe that, that was a long time ago because their lives are lived strangely, but it's very fresh in people's minds. And so I don't think that the prejudice against elves is going away anytime soon. And I'm not saying it should. Many of the elves are really, really bloodthirsty, especially toward these guys who basically rolled in and stole their land. But I wouldn't mind. I've been back when the MMO world wasn't all filled with crazy assholes. That was much nicer to be able to go there and do. You're asleep, TJ. You're gaining back your one hit point.
That's right.
One hit point.
Woo!
One. And so he says that's why I'm looking forward to eventually going to possibly wherever these guys are. I don't mind Darius being the charismatic leader of them, but I know how to get shit done. I've literally been doing everything for here. And I've been training Foxy to take over my spot. She is a much better administrator than what's needed for the kitchens. She can do it here. And she's accepted. She's one of them.
Right. I wasn't aware that you were originally from there.
I'm originally from here.
Oh, I see. But you already know about the MMO land.
I've been there a few times. So
Oh,
much sex I had the first
now,
time.
did Darius, is he here in the embassy now, or is he still there?
Oh yeah, no, he's here. Because he is one of the as they call them there, the undying ones. He's like you guys.
Well, I'm glad you brought this up because I've actually been thinking about this. What exactly would you think your people are most suited to? Because before you came here, I got the impression that you were wanting to farm spices in order to trade with the dwarves.
That was something that Freddie was really excited about.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought Darius had mentioned that you needed hydroponics equipment.
Well, we did for additional food and stuff, but here food is pretty plentiful, so we don't care about it here as much. We're still working on it though, because we don't know what the next area will be like. Essentially, all these people, these like 1,000 people or whatever, they've known each other for years. Apparently, they were a couple of big guilds that played some game in some imaginary place that merged together. And so they've known each other for years, and they all want to fucking stick together and live together somewhere. And so we don't know what the next world's going to be like. Once we can, hopefully the next world will have magic so that we can get the library, because the library has a lot of stuff like how to set up a toilet, indoor plumbing. It's fantastic. He seems really enthusiastic about, plumbing. And, so stuff like that. Because the weird thing is you can usually get some level of technology to work in the magic area, but it doesn't necessarily go the other way. And magic is good, but it's scary, because if you have magic, you might also have magical monsters and shit. He says, "You're the first person that's really taken an interest here. Come on, why don't you come with me and have some drinks?" He says,
okay, I want to pick his brain a little bit just so I can try to make some insights into their group, and what I'm also looking for is
questions. He takes you to his quarters, which they're big, but they're kind of stuffed full of administrative shit. It looks like he's just looking around his quarters. A lot of stuff's organized, but then there's like some that's pretty disorganized. He apparently is good at judging what's important now and what he'll get to eventually. And looking around, give me an evidence analysis roll as you look at it with Rassel and Rad's eyes, and you go, "Ooh."
Let's see what I got here.
Cases of grenades, AKs, C4.
Yeah. You're having some really, really good elvish wine, too. You didn't even know that this was a thing. It almost seems to evaporate before it hits your tongue, just losing the taste.
Did not make my evidence analysis.
You need something, but you have no idea what. Maybe...
You look like you need a secretary or a larger office around here, mate.
Well, if eventually he says but the reason I'm not is because we may be moving soon. What else did you want to know, Rasslin? Here, have some more wine. He said.
Does he have much insight on the? Basically, pick his brain on the different factions in MMO land. What you can tell me about them and what he's picked up.
I didn't spend a lot of time there, but there's not every unless it's changed, because I haven't been there in months, but unless it's changed. By the way, TJ, you're going to be waking up fairly early to get you back in the game, because nothing sucks cock as hard as just sitting your ass there. So at some point, you can get escorted on in.
Whenever you feel or deem is appropriate, I'm good.
So, in particular, I want to figure out if he knows anything about like the dwarves and.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, there was 2 different factions of dwarves. TJ gets led in. He's got like
a bunch of guys with spears. Get in there.
I'm good with that.
Have a seat, prisoner. We'll get to you next.
There was 2 different factions of dwarves. This is what I'd heard. One of the factions made armor and weapons, and that's the one that the Undyings chose to do business with. The other one, all that they had was a whole bunch of gold, gems, precious jewels, and the ability to make those into, jewelry and stuff like that. Those they flew an airship out and bombed the shit out of while they were marching to the attack the city, because they had wanted the spice trade, and the Undying one said, "Fuck you," because the 2 dwarf factions.
Why are the dwarves attacking the city?
Because they were upset not to get to trade spices with the city. Because the other dwarves had blocked them.
So they cut a deal with the other dwarves for armor.
Apparently armor and weapons were more important than mere gold, precious gems, mountains of coins, stuff like that. So
what is that what both of those clans are after?
What's that?
Is that what both of those dwarven clans are after? They both want spices?
Yes.
That's it?
They really went for the spices in a big way. Well, I don't know. I think that they also, like, if we had hydroponics and stuff set up, because food, the problem with food is you ship it, it spoils and stuff unless you spend a lot of magic and get all that kind of shit going. But if we were to sell them hydroponics gear and stuff, because dwarves are very clever with metals and gems and stuff, I haven't heard that they have a lot of skill in like glass blowing and shit like that. So, there was, but now the second clan of dwarves, the one that had nothing except for gold, gems, easily portable wealth, stuff like that, that the Undying people said fuck you and didn't want. They took what remained of their army, because now they have apparently all of their main salt of the earth, best and brightest and all that were killed in the horrible bombing. Apparently, I think the Undyings brought in weapons from other parts of reality or whatever, just laid waste to them. So now they
survivors there.
Well, not a lot, just enough to let the other ones know what happened, so that they will never ever trust a human again, is what I'd heard. Any human, anytime, anywhere, pretty much is now, as I understand it, kill on sight. So, yeah, I would stay away from them. Unless you discover how to become a dwarf, then maybe, who knows what kind of things could happen. Because I've heard that from Dad, he mentioned shape-shifting as a possibility for you guys. So if you can do that, you as a dwarf, get the fuck out. Who knows what kind of stuff will happen then. But
if I was able to strike a deal with all them blokes and
they would give you nothing but mountains of gems and gold. Nothing useful to you at all. He winks.
But paperweights sounds like.
That's right. That's right. but I'm not sure. Aside from spices, because the thing is with spices, they can only eat them so fast, and you don't like them the hydroponic stuff, or they can grow them, and then they don't need you.
The spices and stuff like that, I could just give them that as a gift, as a sign of goodwill, just to get me in the door, so I could start.
They're not even going to talk to a human. I can tell you that right now. We've on the couple occasions I went there, we tried sending out some people with just gifts and stuff to talk, and we got sent back their heads. Oh, I did forget to mention that they the dwarves who had all the gems and jewels and stuff, they did send an ambassador and stuff like that, and some of the Undying guys killed them and sent back their heads to the dwarves, I believe. I don't remember why. I think that I'm not really sure. They were maybe a bit miffed at him for some reason. I'm not sure why they do a lot of what they do, he admits.
Do people also refer to the Undying One as Kinley?
Oh, no. Kinley is their god.
I think he's talking about the original people there that were from the MMO world.
Oh, the original guys that are here now?
The bombs.
What's that? The bombs?
The bombs.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm not sure who exactly decided to bomb them and stuff. Actually, it might have been Kinley. It was his airship, the naughty Shamrock. So even if he wasn't on board, it is his airship. He is famously connected. But to the people here, Kinley is their hero. To the people that were left behind, he was their god. But he's a capricious, drunken god. And they don't really obey him so much as blame him.
Well, just a heads up there, wrestling. Last time I had a dealing with that guy, he tore the heart out of an innocent guy and ate it.
Oh, nice.
Elwyn doesn't even look surprised enough to bother raising an eyebrow. He just goes, "Huh, all right." Yeah. What else can I help you out with, wrestling? Because if anybody's going to come up with answers, it might just be you.
Well, let me ask you, so I can determine if it's worth the time. If I can arrange for peace and arrange a situation where everybody can live there prosperously, would you be interested?
No.
Prefer to go to a new place?
Oh God, no. Yeah, we've got to get out of this place. We got to get out of that place too.
So you can't imagine any conditions where you think you'd want to return there?
No. That place, because there's other factions. The dwarves are just one faction. The dwarves are a good place that they've got a lot of, well, depending on which clan, if you want weapons and armor, if you want jewels and stuff, because I think it's Snow Shield clan has the jewels and shit. But like I said, if you get killed from just approaching their lands, don't blame me.
Sounds of it, wherever the gems are, there's nobody alive to protect them. It sounds like it might be open grounds.
I'm
just going in there with an expedition party and filling up a few bags.
If you assume that they sent every living soul that they had, I'm not assuming that. I have no idea what's down there. Maybe they even have, and plus it's a magical land. They could have old dwarven magics. They could have big fucking monsters. Plus dwarves love traps. I'd be careful.
They wouldn't talk to a human. Do you think they would talk to a house elf? And I describe what Puddlefoot looks like?
Possible.
Fine.
Is he even able to travel there, though?
I don't know.
If
he needs a ride, I can get him a ride.
What you need, he can get. I've heard that, he says, from somewhere. Probably everybody.
Well, I'll take that, I wouldn't mind. I would like to, whether you people want to return there or not, it's on my to-do list to stabilize that world and bring those blokes some backsheesh and see what kind of commerce we can engage in one day.
Like I said, the best way I can think of, and I'm no expert on this, but if you can find a way to physically become a dwarf, that would probably at least get you in the door to talk to somebody with whatever horseback or something you had.
It seems like it would be easier just to find a dwarf and make him my friend. There for me.
Well, some of the other Undying guys
invite him or something.
Some of the Undying guys looked around, and from that clan, they could not find any dwarves. And then the other clan fucking hates those guys. So, yeah. I mean, they fucking hate each other a lot. I don't know why.
So if I understand this right,
one
group of dwarves, let's call them, I don't know, early World War II Germans with tons of weapons and destructive items. And then the other dwarves were the rest of Europe with all kinds of vast natural wealth. And the decision Kinley made was, let's support the ones with guns. Is his airship a giant flying head that just spews grenades and ammo and guns out?
How'd you know? I think that they also, and this is just something I heard, it's not confirmed, but within sight of the retreating dwarves as they were retreating back to where they came from, I think that the people who bombed them teabagged their leaders and stuff. I'm not sure on that. That's what I'd heard, though. Repeatedly. And then they took all their heads and put them on pikes and stuff. I'm not sure if that was so that they could keep them with open mouths for later teabagging or if they arranged them. I've heard that there's at least one inn called like the Dead Dwarf, or maybe it's a tavern or something, where they've got like a dwarf's head mounted up over the door and stuff. So I'm not really sure that even the dwarves that they'd originally gotten the weapons and armor from are doing business with them anymore, because after the Ice Torque guys went and freaked out, I'm not sure what happened with that. But the Ice Torque thing, that's a whole different faction. Plus, there's other factions and stuff elsewhere. And there's some big ass dragon that lives far to the north, past the Dead Forest, that has that creepy guy in the tower that knows lots of shit. Some sort of information broker. I forget his name, Thorn something or other. But be sure you get safe passage through the forest, or the flying monkeys will get you. No, the flying monkeys are nothing to laugh at. They're horrible.
Well, thank you, Elwin. You are a great resource.
If there's anything else you want to know about anything else, I'm happy to talk.
Absolutely. You know do you know anything about Melwick's Old Genovia?
A little bit.
I understand there is a lot of similarities between there and here.
How do you mean?
Well, we are in one version of San Angeles right now, yes? And the worlds we were talking about, I understand that it's very similar in the time period and technology, but it's slightly different. And there are not,
you can get a ship from here to Genovia, but apparently you go through some weird shift where everybody like partway on the journey, because it takes a couple months to get there. Partway on the journey, everybody becomes human for some reason. Not elves. Elves are pretty much kill on sight there too, because elves are kill on sight fucking everywhere.
It's only there, right?
All the beast-skin guys become human.
What happens to humans who take that trip?
Well, they stay that way.
They stay human.
They stay human? Okay.
Quite a few people have been there. Now, have you heard anything about Bartertown, which I believe is there in Geneva?
It's some big mercantile area. They've got mysterious lands far to the south that they have caravans that go across desert. He makes a memory roll for the name. Haminge, I think it is. And plus from some jungles and stuff. So there's all kinds of really far away stuff that comes from there.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking about paying a visit there.
To Bartertown?
Yes.
Well, if you go to Bartertown, be sure to bring stuff to sell when you go there, even if it's not like even if you're just doing your Rasslin' Rad scouting around thing. Bring some stuff to sell, because otherwise you have no business in Bartertown. Yeah. You can take the train, I think, all the way to Bartertown. It's a little pricey, but the train is well defended, and it's a lot faster.
Tell me, do you know who runs Bartertown?
I do not know who runs Bartertown.
All right. I think we should pay a quick visit there, Colburn. I wouldn't mind having a Captain Cook and selling a little gold. Elwyn, we will talk again soon. It has been a pleasure.
Anything I can do to help out. Yeah, but be careful, because I know he leans forward to whisper into Rasslin' Rad's ear. I know Coburn carries around an axe and stuff, but he's always beat up when he comes in here, so I don't know if he knows how to use it.
I think he can handle himself.
I think he gets his ass kicked all the time, so be careful.
Let's see here.
I mean, I'm not sure, but it definitely looks like it. Genovia, Genovia. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure what's up with Genovia. He makes a memory roll for something else. But I do know that we've had a lot less ships from there since Westmead took it over. Westmead is apparently taking over the sea trade as well.
Well, do you know anything about how we travel about with our various little cards? You know anything?
Not really. I think I did it once because somebody was able to make it into like a doorway.
Ah, okay. I take out my carbon fiber case and I pull out a card.
That's them.
It's a scene from Bartertown, actually. Like, now when I'm holding these, can I sense if it's active or not just by holding it?
It's a little bit colder than normal. It's like it's been kept in a refrigerator.
Interesting.
Like as compared to the other ones?
No, all of yours that are still able to be activated are like they've been stored in a refrigerator for a bit before you got them.
They just have a cold feeling to them.
Mm-hmm. You can try this at home, kids, with a pack of cards. Just put it in the refrigerator. When your parents say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Don't tell them you heard it here. My children have gone insane. Thank you. Anytime, anywhere.
All right. So you want to take a gander at Bartertown real quick, Mr. Colvin?
It could be good. Could be good. Hey,
Maybe
quick
you'll
question.
discover.
Quick question for the little guy there.
Huh?
Yeah, you do a lot of administrative work around here, right?
I do all the administrative work around there.
Got to flip through all the paperwork, all that. You ever get a paper cut?
He just looks at you. He's like, is that what happens to you before you come here?
It's the price of people who do all the hard work behind the scenes.
Paper cuts?
Paper cuts.
No, it's better than the time I get my teeth kicked out, but sure.
And
sure.
Just because you get paper cuts doesn't mean you suck at your job.
You are
I feel like
trying
that's
to
about
say something?
on a ShamWow.
I made my listen roll by half, Logan.
Nice. He says, you are trying to say something?
Just pointing out that because one looks like they've been roughed up or got a couple little paper cuts.
You got a piece of metal sticking out of you. Don't even get me started.
Who do you think does all the hard work?
Yeah, he's just a bare knuckle boxer. That's how he got all roughed up like that. He's got hobbies, mate.
Is this a S&M thing?
I don't know. I think. Man,
Probably.
not big.
Yeah.
What are you
Okay.
doing later there, mister?
Well, been nice to have you guys over. I'll see you later. He said.
Well, just a fast forward time. Let's take a little walk. Now that I've got my papers, I want to go by the bank. You remember I'd asked about the safe deposit box, and I got all that arranged. I just needed to get my ID in order. So just to kind of save time, I'm going to go there, arrange for that, stuff some stuff in there. What is the cost of the because I think you told me to
$10 a month for the small box. If you'd like one that you could fit Tim into, assuming he's curled up like a baby, that's $50 a month.
Okay.
Which is like 2.5 gold.
Right. So I'm gonna pay for like 6 months for the one I can stuff Tim into.
You want one you can stuff Tim into. Very good. Shoves him like in there and you close it and you're like, I'll take this one. And the biker's like,
I'll be back, I promise.
No worries.
I'll be right back. I need some more drink.
Out.
So make sure you take off the blanket when it's daytime.
All right. Stuff some stuff in there. All right. So my goal is to go to Bartertown. I don't want to spend a lot of time there because I know our friend Russ will be coming along. Or maybe he'll just arrive there with us. But my goal is to get some currencies, mate, before we head to Hong Kong.
Understandable. Let's see. What kind of currency do I have on me right now?
Probably.
I got 3 kinds of currency on me right now. Shit.
I've got everything.
I got some Slee Stack, and I got some. I got Schmeckles, Tri-Kingdoms.
I see Russ.
In Hong Kong.
Right, so that we were going to use the Trump card to go to Bartertown, so maybe that's where the Rock can arrive and meet us.
I was going to have him pop in before you left for Bartertown because no human has ever been to Bartertown and lived. But Jay, please reduce your hand down to 4.
Okay.
Do we have a like a leather, spiky, rusted kind of outfit I could don before we go to Bartertown?
Well, I think just like your adventurer's gear will fit in there. But
I see what look you'd like to go to. Yeah, you could probably pick up something like that here because they have a lot of perverts and whatnot, and so they can sell
like a master, not like a master blaster, but like a Lord Humongous outfit going on.
Oh, think of it this way: they do have a lot of chaps, and all chaps are assless. And speaking of that, hello, The Rock.
Welcome.
Hey.
We can't hear you. You've got your microphone either not plugged in, muted, or something. We would like to hear you.
The rectum microphone is not coming in well.
Can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we just can't hear you.
Yeah, see what you can do there. Yeah.
Hey, I've got a little test we can run real quick, Colton.
All right.
I'm
Pull
going
out my axe.
I'm going to go. Here, let's go into two. We're going to go into two separate rooms, and I want you to attempt to use the trump card of me.
Oh, you have a trump card?
So I pull out a card of me and give it to you.
Oh yeah. Can I keep this?
We have our own rooms here or in the embassy?
No. You used to back before it was overcrowded. Russ, come in, Russ.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Good.
That was just StreamYard fucking with us.
This is not a surprise to Logan.
Yeah, because StreamYard said my mic was working when I came in, and then I came in and it wasn't working. So I just refreshed the page, and now it's working.
Cool. Draw 4 cards. You see these guys are talking to each other.
Can I keep this?
Hi, Mike. Welcome to the party.
Keep the trump card to you?
So, wait a minute. Yeah. So where were we? So we don't have separate rooms anymore.
You're in the Old West, Russ.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we're in the embassy right now.
Okay.
The room.
Oh, all right. Yeah, okay. The embassy's fine. Yeah, okay.
He panics. Cowboys! Arrow.
The room that the painting is in, Logan?
That's been moved up into the attic, which is under guard.
Oh, okay.
Or at least they tell you it's in the attic, and it is under guard. The guards tell you it's in the attic. Whether it is or is not is a complete mystery.
All right, let's go to the attic.
They tell you that people aren't allowed up in the attic.
Oh, why is that?
Strict orders from the ambassador.
Oh, well, Wrestling Red and the ambassador are just like this.
They just stare at you. The rhino-headed guards are really just they don't really respond to people because they know that the main enemies of the ambassador are also his closest friends. So they just stare at you.
Foiled again. All right. Enough of that.
Yeah, it could be eaten by rats by the time the party gets to it. You're just not sure.
All right, we'll go back to the drawing room. So, Mr. Rock, you need to gather any of your belongings before we go off on our whirlwind tour.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Wrestling Red, mate. We've spoken through the interstellar Duvallaki.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Got my blue face on. Yeah.
Are you wearing blue? Are you dressed in blue face now?
Yeah. I started doing that when my sand dropped below 50 again. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's going around in blue face.
Performance artist.
Waka Waka.
Blue Man Group.
Waka
Murphy.
Bye. Let's see. Yeah. So the idea was we were going to go to Cyber Hong Kong area and see what's going on there.
Yep.
We were going to stop in Bartertown, grab a couple things real quick, maybe sell a couple things. So if you've got anything stored away that you want to sell, and now might be an opportunity.
Wrestling.
Okay.
This card.
What's that?
Your trump card. Am I keeping it?
Thanks, mate. I'll take that back for now. You can try it out later. Yeah.
No, I don't have anything in particular. Maybe I want to get some. Maybe I want to change over some gold to Hong Kong currency, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Bring a little gold with you.
Yep.
And let's see. Check a couple things. I've got what I need. So when we go back to the drawing room, I'll attempt to activate the Bartertown card.
No problem. It eventually opens out to a bigger area, though it's a quiet little place. I'm not sure exactly where they made it to in Bartertown, but probably somewhere out of the way.
I might be able to tell you. Let's see.
Good. By the way, Bartertown, just so you know, Russ, it's just like in the fucking Mad Max movies.
Ah, okay.
Are you using a different mic or something than you normally do, Russ?
No, same mic. Just Streamer House fucking with us. Why? What's going on?
It's loud for you, TJ?
Nah. He's coming across with kind of like an echo, as if he's inside a giant empty room and it's bouncing off all the walls.
Yes, that I'll agree with.
Okay.
We need you to crawl into a very small cave and then transmit from there.
Under the desk.
Whoa.
Now, this is really funny. I got a new monitor, and I put my new monitor into the room, and it's affected the webcam, so that makes a lot of sense.
The Bartertown card, it doesn't say exactly where. It was the Hong Kong one. He told me where the scene was.
No problem.
Appears we're inside of a cage and there's a man grabbing a chainsaw over there hooked up to bungee cords.
All three of you guys walked the pattern, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, see what you can do, Russ, because it's not nearly as good as it used to be. Is it for the camera further back from you?
Let me see. I'll try moving the monitor.
Oh, right there. It's much better as soon as you lean forward a bit. So it's totally about the distance that you are from
Okay. All right. Well, it's testing. Is this good?
Better.
Okay.
That's the visual, but not the audio.
No? TJ may have a more discerning ear than I have.
Better?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's fine.
Cool.
I can survive.
Then sing about it, TJ.
Because I'm in my office, but I don't know why the microphone wouldn't be picking up my voice directly. So.
Oh no, your voice is coming through perfectly. It's just also coming through with a little bit of a.
I'm in a really big room. Well, it's the further you get away from your microphone, the more ambient echo it picks up. Whereas if you're closer to it, then it's more focused in on just you because there's sound cancellation software also running.
Oh, okay, fun. Let me try this.
You could pad the walls with orphans.
Is this better? Is this better?
About the same.
A little bit.
Okay, because I just turned off one of the inputs that shouldn't be on, but I turned it off. Let's see.
Try moving your mouth physically a bit closer just so we can test and see if that's good. Now talk.
Okay, now I'm really close. Is
Zero.
that better?
Yeah, there's zero bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, is the microphone built into your camera?
Yes, it is.
Mine is too, but for some reason nobody notices mine. So,
the problem is the mic is not facing me. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It was not facing me. It was picking up my voice off the walls.
Brilliant. Okay, cool.
So that should work. That should work. Okay, cool.
We will make you sound pretty. Okay, so you guys step through to the dust and dirt and grit of Bartertown. There's a lot of different people wandering around in amazingly weird get-ups. The only one who really, I mean, are you guys all wearing adventurer clothing?
Yeah.
Adventurer clothing passes. TJ doubly passes because he got on like a bunch of spiky shit and stuff like that to come through and really try to fulfill his Mad Max motif. And that definitely helps out for reasons. So, yeah, welcome to Bartertown. Since you guys are in Bartertown already, it seems that you've bypassed all the gate bullshit and the posturing guards bullshit and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And here you see, it looks like there's lizard, in addition to the various humans and stuff, there's also lizard folk wandering around that are, they're like D&D lizard men. There's also, and their flag is, it's yellow background, a off-center red plus sign with 2 crossed swords. There's also, where are these guys? There's also some other people that are like dog people, and they have a black sun on an orange background. There's also, it's not just humans here. There's a shitload of humans here. You do see there's a few of the flags that have a light blue background with a dark blue plus sign that goes all the way to the edges with a golden anchor centered. And golden anchor. And then there's also vertical bars, green, white, and blue. And let's see, who else has made it here? And then there's just one flag that is a red background with a golden triangle on the left with a black anchor on it.
Logan, is this a new zone for me?
The Genovia world.
Yeah, have you been in Genovia?
Genovia, yeah.
I've been to Melwicks. Is that Genovia?
Yeah. Yeah, Melwicks is.
Yeah, no, you've just managed to get to a part of the zone that you haven't been to before. But yes, Melwicks, yes.
The same zone. Yeah.
So, are there various
there's stands and stuff like that?
Is there a place called Cash for Gold?
Give me a luck roll at half. I don't know. There might be. If there is, it also has the mandatory guy with the arrow sign. No. Okay. Cool. There's also people wandering around selling water.
Okay.
It's a bit deserty.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a Cash for Gold at Hong Kong.
Yeah. So look around, see what kind of trading's going on. I'm looking for a place where I can trade gold, sell gold, things like that. I'm also trying to, if there's actual activity taking place, see what kind of money is changing hands.
No problem. There's a lot of different trading and lots of different kinds of money and shit. A lot of people are using gold and stuff because gold is gold. It looks like there's just a huge variety of goods and stuff. Yes, there's spices. You could also get, it looks like the guys with the lizard people that have the yellow flag with the red plus and the crossed swords. Looks like they're also selling land yachts. Everybody remember what land yachts are?
Vaguely.
The boats with wheels that are like sailboats with wheels made to go on
Ice pirates.
flats and shit.
Ice pirates.
Did the ice pirates use those? Cool.
So
The Doctor Who Ice Pirates?
They also sell some sort of weird drugs and stuff like that. They also sell charms made by the witches of the desert sands of Haminge.
All right, so I'll make small talk with some of the vendors and find out who buys precious metals and
you run into your first language barrier. The lizard folk, give me a. Do you speak any languages begin with letter S? Letter S.
I don't think so.
Give me a new language roll, and I'll tell you what it is. If you make it, if you fail it, you can roll linguistics to figure out which language it is. Colbert Maddox fucking knows. Colbert Maddox, take a check-in. Swahili. Swahili.
All right.
Let's see here. And
nice.
Let's see. Anybody speak a language starting with letter F?
Finish.
Yes, Folkish.
French.
Give me a French roll. The dog people seem to be speaking French to each other.
All right, hold it. I'm getting checks in these two. Let me see. Swahili and French.
I listened to see if anyone is speaking Mandarin in the area.
Swahili.
I'll let you know. I'm just going around to who all's in the area here.
Anybody speak any Aboriginal dialects?
Don't worry. In season 6, I'm thinking that there may be some shit set up in Australia by you.
You speak Aboriginal. You speak Aboriginal wrestling?
Hey, Pajat Jara.
Run that by me again.
Pajat Jara.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's see here.
I don't even think I speak it now.
Wrestling Rad's like, me either.
That'll be our little secret.
Everyone looks at you like, what the?
The only guys who speak your language are the Golden Anchor or the guys with the green, white, and blue flag.
Who were you addressing? That speak our language?
English.
Oh, speak
Well,
English. Okay, yeah, let's talk to them. So that was, let me bring my notes back up here. You said which two?
The light blue background, dark blue
plus sign with the
plus
golden
sign
anchor.
that goes all the way to the edges with the golden anchor. They speak English, though they look a bit like pricks. And
assholes.
And then the green, white, and blue guys. And
all right, let's go talk to those crackers.
oh, does anybody speak a language starting with D? Anything with D?
No.
Yep.
Try
I'm waiting
new
for you to
language,
get to
man.
X.
The guys with the red flag with the gold triangle and the anchor, they speak a language starting with D. No? All right, cool. So,
Oh shit.
Rock gets a check in Dutch.